Quazi here, and today I want to share with you a very, very powerful way to create crazy discipline so you can propel yourself to achieve whatever it is that you want. Before I begin this video, I wanted to quickly announce that I'm doing a free giveaway of my book, Life Mastery. If you want to enroll into a competition to win this book for completely free, just comment Life Mastery down below. It's around $12 on Amazon, but you can get this for completely free. So make sure you comment Life Mastery down below. Also, I'm super excited to announce that the Reality Mastery program is open for enrollment, and just wait till the end of the video for the announcement on how you can get your free one-to-one consult if you're interested. So with that, let's get started with this video. Now, in this video, I want to talk about something different, which is how you can build discipline in doing something. And a lot of people I've seen have trouble building discipline on whatever it is they need to do in order to get to their goals. Because, most people have this belief, and again, this is their current programming, that, I need to do this in order to get to that. But for some reason, I just can't do it. Like, Quazi, how am I supposed to do it? And I have this problem with a lot of my clients as well. A lot of my clients are like, Quazi, I just can't do my daily actions. Like, I'm supposed to do these two daily things. And especially, in the Reality Mastery program, this is a very, very powerful way to create cognitive dissonance and work with that current program that you have, while at the same time reprogramming yourself. If you want to learn more about this, click here to check out my previous video on the importance and really the ultimate formula that makes reality creation possible, which is working with your current programming, but at the same time working on reprogramming yourself all the time. So to really understand that, let's get into the concept of action. Why is action so important? Most people think that, the how isn't important, but the how is only important once you've completely made the decision on who it is that you need to become and who it is you've chosen to become. Once you have good amount of resoluteness and resolve in your decision to have and to be and to act, then, now the only thing left is to act. It's as simple as that. But some people just have a hard time getting themselves to act because they know that if I just did this, I would be creating my reality. But for some reason, I just can't do it. There's something that's blocking me every single day. And, the most powerful way to create discipline and to do your key daily actions that you've set out for yourself to do is just two solutions to it. And I'm going to share that with you just in a second. But before that, we need to understand what discipline is. And discipline comes in the form of a habit. If you keep doing something enough, it becomes habit and it becomes a compulsive cycle. But even then, we don't even want to get to habits. We want to do everything consciously because habit means compulsion. Compulsion means stuck in this cycle and you're not being a creator of your reality. So even when you're doing your key daily actions, if you do it consciously and you conduct it in a conscious manner, then it will become crazy, crazy powerful in helping you consciously manifest that reality you want. So we just want to use these habits as a safety net in case we fall off and we just say, oh, you know what, I don't want to, I just can't be conscious at this moment, so I'm going to unconsciously do it. So as long as you have this safety net that even when you're at your worst state and you just, for some reason, you're so tired that you can't be conscious, you're still doing it because it has now been deeply ingrained within you. Now, as we know, it takes around 21 days to build a habit, but this isn't true. It takes actually around 40 days to really make any practice a part of your system. So make sure you're practicing anything that you're doing for 40 days. In Ayurveda, they say that it takes around one mandala, which is one cycle, and around 40 to 48 days for anything to become a part of your system. That's why they prescribe medicine for 40 to 48 days. You've probably even heard of the term quarantine, which means 40, which means 40. And it takes around 40 days for any sort of germ or any sort of pathogen to completely clear off from a system. So the concept of 40 days is important. So any habit that you decide to do, make sure you do it for 40 days and it'll be instilled into a habit more and more effectively. I mistakenly used to think that it was 21 days, but I saw that I started doing things for 21 days and it didn't work out for me. So remember that even once you make it a habit, make sure you're doing it consciously, because any action that you take unconsciously will not be effective. Will only at best be 5 to 10% effective. If you want to increase its effectiveness by 90%, make sure you're doing it consciously every single day that you do it, that you do decide to do it. So with that, let's get started with the solutions. Now I'm going to give you a short-term solution and a long-term, larger picture solution. First of all, the short-term solution is to understand the process of trigger, action, reward. You'll see that anyone who does a 9-to-5 job has some sort of a trigger. Their trigger is to wake up, go to a job, and their reward, they're unconsciously rewarding themselves, and they're unconsciously doing this whole process, and that's why they keep doing it and living it day by day. And the reward is, watch TV mindlessly, eat whatever junk food you want. That's how they reward themselves. Trigger, wake up, action, go to 9-to-5 job, reward, eat whatever you want, eat junk food, kill yourself slowly. But what we want to do is instill healthy habits in a conscious manner. So I'm going to share with you a worksheet down below, straight from the Reality Mastery program. I hope I can attach it in the comments, but I'm going to attach it there, so make sure you check that out. And also, once you complete that worksheet, pin it up on your wall so you can see it every single day. So we're going to be defining your trigger, your action, and your reward. For me personally, my trigger is wake up, take a cold shower, do morning yoga, take daily action, and my reward is, watch TV, have fun with friends, and go out and have fun with family, whatever it is. I give myself free time from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. and I can do whatever I want then. So that's my reward period. You want to make sure you give yourself an appropriate reward after you've done something. Even if it's a mental pat on the back, that still is a reward. Even if you're just saying, good thing you did that, Quazi, because every single day you're getting closer and closer to your goals. So that is the short-term solution, understanding trigger, action, and reward. And this is a very, very powerful way to instill new habits within you so that you can propel yourself to achieving whatever it is that you want by your own programming. Understand that you need to work with your current programming and where you are at right now in order to move to somewhere that you want to get to. Really, it's like, if you don't know where you are at right now, how do you expect to get somewhere else? You don't even know where in the map you are. How are you supposed to get to that point or that point? The second solution is a longer term solution. And we are going to be using the principles of pain and pleasure to really understand this. And this idea I got from Tony Robbins' Awaken the Giant. So make sure you've read that book. It's a really, really long book, but it's very powerful. And in that book, Tony Robbins talks about how human beings inherently go towards pleasure and away from pain. And some behaviors are weird because we can see it as, human beings have the ability to attach pleasure to a painful experience, like going to the gym and destroying your muscles every single day, but they can still perceive it as pleasure because we have the power to put whatever meaning we want to whatever event. So in understanding this event, the long-term solution is, what are you sacrificing if you don't do this? Anytime you have that thought before you're about to do something that, oh no, I don't want to do this, maybe today I'll just take a break. Remind yourself what you're sacrificing if you don't do this. Seriously, just give yourself a gentle reminder of what you're sacrificing if you don't do this. Imagine all of these goals that you have and create massive FOMO for yourself, fear of missing out. That if I don't do this, then I won't be living my life and I won't be changing my current situation into, achieving a better life, that reality that I want to experience. If I just don't take these actions, then I'm going to be sacrificing that. Create massive pain for yourself whenever you almost start to think about that stuff and think about what you're missing out if you don't do this. You'll see that you'll automatically be motivated to do this. Apart from that, if you think about taking action and you don't feel like doing it, if you have a good enough reason to do something, you will do anything. People think discipline is such a hard code to crack, but it's really not. It's so simple because if you have a good enough reason to do something, you'll do it. So give yourself a good enough reason to do something. What are you seeking to gain if you actually do it, and what will you lose if you don't do it? Just make sure every time that those thoughts go around your head, you're thinking about those. And if it still doesn't work, then you just don't have a good enough reason to do it. It's as simple as that. Because if you don't sacrifice for your goals, like think about it this way. Anytime someone created something beautiful in their lives, anytime Michael Phelps won however many gold medals he has put in hours and hours into the pool. Mozart has put hours and hours into writing music, composing music. Tony Robbins has spent hours and hours into coaching people and doing seminars and working every single day. Anytime someone has created anything beautiful in their lives, they sacrifice something. Anytime you go to the gym and create the body that you want, you're sacrificing that time that you could have spent in, just doing fun stuff, doing stuff that makes you comfortable, and eating food that you like, and eating anything that you like, binge eating, whatever it is that you wanted to do. So anytime no one ever created anything beautiful in their lives without giving up something, without sacrificing something. So, if you don't sacrifice for your goals, then your goals will become the sacrifice. So always remind yourself of that. If you think it'll be beneficial, write that down somewhere. See what you seek to lose if you don't do this today. And if you delay it tomorrow, you're sacrificing your goals. If you just did this today, you'd be getting closer and closer to your goals. Just keep doing it every single day. Then all these doubts will enter your head, like, what if I do this and I don't get anything? Don't worry about those. Just keep doing it, because at least you did the best you could. So if you give yourself a good enough reason to do something, you will do it. Find ways to manipulate your own biology so that you can sort of mold this character to achieve your goals. We're all beautiful, human beings with beautiful souls trying to get to our goals, but we're lugging around, unfortunately, this 180-pound body right now that isn't helping us get towards our goals. It's slowing us down. But we want to establish harmony in this system over time so that it actually helps us propel to our goals. And that's why, yogic practices and meditation practices become so key. So with that, I conclude this video, and just to recap, understand that just because you make something a habit and a discipline doesn't give you the excuse to nod off and just do it unconsciously. Because any action that you do consciously with intent behind it becomes massively powerful, and it literally accelerates your manifestation. Anytime I started doing things with intent behind it, doing anything with complete intent and consciousness behind it, then I got results from it much quicker than if I just mindlessly did it. I'm like, I hate this, why am I doing this, blah, blah, blah. And also remember that the two solutions to building monk-like discipline, which is to understand the short-term solution, which is understanding trigger, action, reward. And again, make sure you check in the comments for the worksheet that I've put for you from the Reality Mastery program. And make sure you write down what your trigger will be, what your action is, and what your reward is, what one action that you need to do that you just can't get yourself to do for whatever reason, and how you will reward yourself. If it's by playing Xbox, go for it. If it's by eating chocolate cake, I don't know. If it's harming you, then don't do it. If it's shooting up drugs, I don't know. If you think it's good for you, then do whatever it is you think would reward you. But be mindful of it, because you might just be damaging yourself. So reward yourself appropriately would be the answer. And finally, understand the longer term solution, which is, what are you sacrificing? Because if you don't sacrifice your goals, then your goals become the sacrifice. Understand the principles of pain and pleasure. What are you seeking to gain if you do this, and what are you seeking to lose? How long are you willing to stay stuck in this reality? Just doing the same mundane thing every single day. When you know that if you just did this, if you just took one step forward and did this uncomfortable thing, you would come out of it a much better person. Remind yourself of all of these things, give yourself a good enough reason, and it will happen. So with that, I conclude this video. I sincerely hope this helped. I know this was a different kind of video, but this is equally important as well, because a lot of manifestation teachers out there teach you how to do all this stuff, and a lot of teachers give you all the principles and techniques, but they don't teach you how to do it, how to program yourself to do it. And it's equally their responsibility to get you to do this stuff so that you get the results. And I truly believe that. So make sure you're doing this stuff at the same time. And I hope I see you in the comment section below. Make sure you leave me a comment to let me know what you thought of it. And also make sure you download the worksheet if I manage to put it down there. And also, I'm super excited to announce that I'm growing a massive Facebook group where I'll be sharing all of this kind of stuff. Make sure you take advantage of that and get great value from it. Click on the link below to join the Facebook group, and I hope I see you there. And also, I'm super excited to announce that the Reality Mastery program is open for enrollment. If you didn't know what the Reality Mastery program was, it's essentially the most powerful paradigm of manifestation. Because what I found in my personal life was that I was able to systematically manifest whatever I wanted in my reality, just by shifting into the version of Quazi that I needed to be at that moment in time. And I help my clients do this in their personal lives and help them break out of that Groundhog Day cycle that they've been living through every single day to really propel themselves to achieve their goals. And I know I can help you as well. And we want to find out if we can help you. So make sure you sign up for the free one-to-one consult while it's still available. And we'll be diagnosing your current law of attraction practices, where you are right now, where you would like to get to, and how we can get you there. So take advantage of this. Hope I see you there. Till next time. Peace.